with all of the veterans that were at our show on Sunday Countdown. Loved it. D. Wood, Shefty, Rex Ryan. Let's go. Late night last night. If you didn't stay up, well, you didn't miss much. Game of the night, Rodgers and the Steelers visiting the Chargers on Sunday night. Right off the bat, this is Rodgers backed up. Alex, what's he thinking here?
I have no idea, Greeny. This was a defensive battle, field position game, and now you're dancing around in your own end zone. You fumble it off your own lineman. I mean, at least he jumped on the ball, Greeny. That's all I can say here.
Troy Fautanu, his own guard, is the one who actually does knock the ball out. So it's a 3-2 game. Now the Steelers are down 5-3, which sounds a lot more like the Pirates are playing the Dodgers. And then what happens here, Alex?
Again, another force. I think, Rodgers getting frustrated. He looked angry all night and threw this ball over the middle high.
He looked angry.
Yeah, that's how old people look, man. That's how they look.
Okay, now we got 16 seconds left in the half, and Rex, here's your adopted son, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, the bazooka, boom, there it goes right there. Touchdown of McConkey.
Chargers up 12-3 at the half. Now, fourth quarter, Steelers down 15-3. They're going for it on a fourth down. What do we think of the play call here, Alex?
This makes no sense. I mean, to throw up a fade to DK Metcalf into double coverage, like, this is what you do on first down, maybe. Fourth down in the game, there are 1,000 more things that are more dynamic than this.
They had just no offense working at all, and then last little chance here. Rodgers looking for Calvin Austin. Rex?
Hey, feet for hands. Come on, dude. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Look at this thing. Look. Boink.
Tough night, Rodgers. Threw 2 picks. Chargers win it big, 25-10. Afterwards, Mike Tomlin not in a particularly good mood.
I'm not lacking confidence. I don't need a pat on the back. We stunk it up tonight. We'll be back.
How would you assess Aaron's performance tonight?
How would you? Next.
Yeah, I expect to play great every single week, and this was not my best performance. I got to play better than this for us to win. Whatever it takes, I got to make if it's better checks, if it's better throws, whatever it is, I got to play better. I will.
D. Wood, what was the first thing you said to me this morning?
Rodgers looked every bit his age last night. He looked like an old quarterback, scared to get hit out there, took sacks, wasn't accurate. And, I mean, listen, make no mistake about it, they got their butts whipped by an injured Los Angeles Chargers team.
Yeah.
And so we've been kind of talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers now for a couple weeks. Like, do we think that this is sustainable as far as holding on to the division? I think last night gave you the glimpse of why most people think that they're not going to hold on to this lead in the AFC North.
I believe he did look old at times, but then he's making these mistakes that rookies mistake.
Right.
I mean, the safety in your own end zone in this defensive battle, right? Throwing the ball high over the middle, and then he did not play well. This is a clean pocket. That is a wide open NFL receiver. This is a throw that you should make 10 out of 10 times. We throw it 10 feet at the rim. A receiver almost comes down with this. This is open in the NFL, right? Like, he's got him beat. It is man-to-man. Give him a chance. We underthrow it. Then this one, again, backside. It's a run call. We come back to throw this into a drop defense.
He does that a lot, by the way.
And then this, 3rd and 6, just chuck and duck. He feels the pressure, doesn't want to take a hit. Right? Like, this pedestrian doesn't begin to describe what this was like last night. It did. It put me to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, I should have gone to sleep because I watched this game. Why? I have no idea. Like, Aaron Rodgers looked awful, okay? The receivers stunk too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the one dude with the feet for hands, but like literally, we saw a couple where guys actually were open. There were a million where they were just getting D'd up all over the field. So to me, they have no receivers. All right, I like the running back, but for some reason they don't run the ball. Maybe Aaron's checking out to pass. I mean, just give it one of those little deals again. I can't stand watching it. And their defense actually played better than they have been, but they're still terrible.
I don't know that any of this is a terrible surprise. Remember last week, Dominic, no, I don't believe in the Steelers after they beat the Colts because they had 5 turnovers in that game, and they were able to win by a touchdown. ESPN Bet was calling this division when the Ravens were 3-4 games back and standing there with a 1-5 record. ESPN Bet still had the Ravens as the favorite to win the division.
Look at it now. I mean, those are overwhelming numbers. Minus 275 for those of you who don't speak gambling. They are a prohibitive favorite.
And right now, they are 1 game behind the Steelers. The 2 teams play 2 more times. The Ravens' schedule is set up for Baltimore to win the division. This just feels like the Steelers are descending. The Ravens are ascending, and like I said, ESPN Bet called it before anybody.
You said to us this morning, the Steelers tried. We were all wondering, why didn't they get any help before the trade deadline? You were saying they tried.
They were in on Jacoby Myers. They made calls on Jaylen Warren. They made calls on all the receivers that were out there trying to get somebody else in there. They recognized that they needed help. They just didn't get it before the deadline.
I had a really good one for him, George Pickens. Would have been pretty good.
But by the way, they couldn't trade him fast enough.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's
Couldn't
what I
trade
mean.
him fast enough.
Right now, like last night just wasn't their formula, right? Again, at the beginning of the year when they signed Aaron, this was gonna be play defense, field position, be good situationally, win tight ball games. Like they didn't do those things last night. In fact, they did the opposite. Obviously, turned the ball over. Were terrible situational football. They were 0 for on third down until less than 4 minutes to go in the football game, right? Like this is not the recipe. Now, again, they can be competitive, but like I'm not sure I would favor them against anybody.
No, this is the direction that they are headed. Meanwhile, there was a team that a lot of us, myself included, picked to go to the Super Bowl before the season began that seems to be headed.
How would you? Next.
Okay. All right, Coach, he was asking you. How would you assess Aaron Rodgers' performance? 16-31, 51% completion, a couple mistakes?
Not what we expect out of Aaron Rodgers.
Sure.
But here again, he was hurried. He was uncomfortable in the pocket. When you watch a quarterback and he doesn't have the ability to step up and throw, that's not good. He was throwing from his back foot, not very accurate on the run. At times, he wasn't very accurate. So this was a bad night for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Chargers made him feel uncomfortable early, so he kind of carried that maybe skepticism the entire game.
Yeah, and this defense, probably Coach Harbaugh told this defense, we have to match the intensity of the Pittsburgh Steelers defense and how they played last week. And they did. They got after the quarterback.
Yeah, they made it uncomfortable for a 41-year-old. Now, one word, Coach, who wins the AFC North?
I wouldn't have said this 5 weeks ago, the Ravens.
Yeah?
To get Lamar Jackson back, he has energy.
Sure.
I mean, it's
defense is healthy.
Think about these guys. They had 5 losses. And I'm going, they're not going to get the playoffs.
Right.
But now this division is topsy-turvy, and all of a sudden you're going, wait a minute. The Ravens got a chance.
Yeah.
Steelers the only team in the AFC North right now with a record north of 500.
How about that?
Everybody else sub 500.
How about that?
But most people like the Ravens to win it.
Ravens are still favored to win that division. All right, what about
Got to give credit to the LA Chargers, specifically Jesse Minter. I thought their collective did the job. Shoot, it was probably midway of the fourth quarter before we converted a third down. And you're not going to win football games not converting third down and losing the turnover battle. And we certainly were loose with the ball in several instances and didn't convert enough third downs. And so that's the end result. There's nothing mystical about it. We'll be back. We'll be better. We have to be, but we certainly weren't tonight. Slay was out. He's in the concussion protocol. We'll see where that leads us this week. The rest is bumps and bruises associated with play. Joey Porter Jr. went back in the game. Questions?
With McConkey being so effective, did you think about moving Jaylen back into the slot?
McConkey caught 4 passes. Certainly that last one was the biggest one, but that wasn't the reason we lost this football game.
Any reason to explain why Aaron was off today?
I'm sorry?
Any reason you can explain why Aaron was off?
We as an offensive collective were off today, and certainly he's a component of that. I'll let him speak for himself, but we certainly got to be better. Didn't feel like they did anything unanticipated, but certainly they outperformed us, particularly in possession down play.
What are you working on from a consistency standpoint offensively that you'd like to see improve?
Third down.
How concerning is it to have this offensive performance when things have been clicking off at this point?
It's football. It's life. We'll be back.
What gives you the confidence that we'll be back?
53 years of life, and particularly in this business.
Does Aaron's level of experience give you the same sort of confidence in him personally being able to rebound?
I'm not lacking confidence. I don't need a pat on the back. We stunk it up tonight. We'll be back.
Is it just one of those games, literally?
I'm not trying to frame it in any way. I'm just telling you guys what happened. You guys write the narrative.
How would you assess Aaron's performance tonight?
How would you? Next.
Mike, did Apples maybe get too much on his plate playing all those special teams snaps and that's flying across?
It happens in game, particularly when attrition is a component of it. That's just football. When you got a limited number of people available to you, this isn't college football. We don't have 100 guys on the sideline. And so certainly when attrition happens, man, you get challenged collectively and individuals within the collective.
What were the issues you were having with your run defense?
Just on the grass too long. We didn't convert enough third downs. The time of possession was what it was. Collectives and individuals wear down when you're not standing up.
Did you feel your protection was a component of what was going on offense?
You know, we had issues, as a collective. And so, that's a component of it. We got to be better.
Anyone else? Do you think you could have run the ball more often?
Guys, you 0 for 9 or 10 on third down, you're not going to have enough snaps. We've been over that discussion a lot. Next.
Steelers Nation, that game hurt. Sunday night against the Los Angeles Chargers was supposed to be a bounce back, a statement in prime time. Instead, we got a 25-10 embarrassment. And what stung most wasn't just the score, it was the identity loss. Because we are the Steelers, we run the ball, we control the line, we win games with discipline and physicality. On Sunday, we looked like anything but that. And here is where the frustration hits home. Coach Mike Tomlin was asked why the run game, where rookie Jaylen Warren averaged around 5 yards a carry, was abandoned. His explanation? The game script forced us into passing, just on the grass too long. We didn't convert enough third downs, and the time of possession was what it was. He argued that because we were behind or playing catch-up, we couldn't rely on the run. But fans saw something very different. We weren't realistically down by multiple scores for most of the game. We had a chance, and yet we abandoned the one thing that consistently produces stability. Let's be clear, when your run game is working, you ride it. It keeps your defense honest, opens up play action, gives the quarterback better protection. But when you instead abandon it, your offense becomes one-dimensional. Defenses tee off on your passing game, your third downs become predictable, time of possession tilts away from you. On Sunday, all of that happened. We were 0 for 9 or 0 for 10 on third down in the first half. That's not coincidence. It's a symptom of poor game planning and identity loss. Coach Tomlin's response when pressed was terse. Guys, when you are 0 for 9 or 0 for 10 on third down, you are not going to have enough snaps. Next. His tone said what his logic didn't. The run game was out because the offense failed to convert elsewhere, basically punting the matter instead of owning it. Here's the bigger issue. The Steelers built this roster, this culture, on running the ball, controlling the line of scrimmage, being physical. It's what separates us from flashy, high-flying teams. It's our identity. And when you stray from that, you become vulnerable. You become what the Chargers made us look like, flat, predictable, beatable. Now the defense showed life. They held on, competed hard for stretches, but the offense didn't show up. And when you're a Steelers team, both sides have to show up. One side showing up gets you competitive, but not dominant. And we're aiming to be dominant. So what must happen next? First, we get back to the run. Ride Jaylen Warren. Let him pound it between the tackles. Let our offensive line set the tone. Let the defense rest more. Let Rodgers work with better rhythm, not forced throws because we're abandoning balance. And second, Coach Tomlin and offensive coordinator Arthur Smith must be aligned. Confidence in the run game must be restored. When the run is working, you threaten every area of the field. And third, we must prove that we are still the Steelers, that when adversity hits, we don't panic, we don't abandon what works, we double down. Steelers Nation, I believe in this team. I believe we saw flashes this season. We know how good we can be. This loss is not the end. It's a wake-up call, a signal that identity matters, that discipline matters, that we must stay true to what makes us great. So here's the ask. What do you want to see first in our rebound? More runs, better play action, a balanced offense? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you feel this team can correct course and reassert itself, hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Steelers Nation Wire, because we'll be right here through the highs and lows. Black and gold forever. Let's go Steelers Nation.